Hello and welcome to another free code session. My name is Jason Bach and I want to finish, hopefully finish these tests. And as I just was editing the last couple of videos, I noticed with the public constructor thing is I'm not even looking at the parameter counts. So I've got to remember, let's put that in there before I forget to do parameter count. Excuse me, because that would be important. I'm a day after my wonderful procedure and feeling much more like myself now. It is true. The prep is worse than the procedure. I was feeling pretty miserable by the time we got there. Just a headache, felt dehydrated and just complete lack of energy. And it was actually even getting hard to think. People would ask me questions like, what's your date? What's your birth date? And what's your name? Because they keep having to ask that. And I was starting to almost like mumble it because I couldn't really think straight after a while. But they got the IV in and, I just basically sat there and then they wheeled me in. They gave me the wonderful medicine, and I was lying on my side. And I remember looking at the guy saying, is this the stuff that's going to put me to sleep? Boom, I was gone. I was just out. And the next thing I remember is waking up in the recovery room and them saying, all right, Jason, wake up. And it was like, oh, I guess it's over with, And, I basically went home, ate a lot, and I'm finally getting physically back to normal. So let's get to some code. So in the last episode, I think everything is good except for the constructor thing. There is a test. I ran these, I think, earlier today, and there was, because I shut it down. And the key combination. Of course, the key combination. Why would the key combination? I should just go to the command line and, run the tests that way because I feel like that would be so much faster. And I'm looking over here now. I used to have like my phone here watching the time, but then I realized, well, if I'm using Camtasia to record all this stuff, why not just use the clock that it has there for you to tell you how long it's going to go? And by the way, you're also seeing, because I'm talking about looking over my other screen and Camtasia and all that, just how long this is taking to build when I'm recording. And this only happens when I record. I mean, when I'm doing regular coding without recording, it's pretty snappy. And I think it's just the processing time of the tool, and and the same thing happened when I was using OBS. So it's just recording this, while I'm recording the code, the Visual Studio editor and everything just everything seems to be getting slower. So okay, so we have one failing test. Did the font change? These used to be like full circles. I've never noticed, but yeah, now, like down here, it's a full circle, but up here, or is it because I really haven't run them? And that's from the last run. And now it's going to rerun them because I just told them to rerun. And now is it going to fill them in saying that, that was from the last run, like a subtle UI thing. I don't really pick up on that stuff. I don't know. Let's see what this does when it actually gets some tests to pass or fail. And my goodness, come on. It can't take this long. Again, when I do this, I just, okay, now they fill in. So I guess that makes sense. So when you bring that up, it's saying that's what happened the last time. Okay, so what is this saying? We have a mismatch, 1, actually 2, and that's when it's an abstract type, right? So we're saying we don't find, yeah, and that's true. We don't find a parameterless constructor. Now, I think the thing on what I stopped on this is also with an abstract class. Let's see if it shows up here. Like if I make a public abstract class thing, okay, and then I say init public void, no, not public void, just public thing, okay. I don't think it's going to yell at me, but what it should do, And this is one of the things that I find weird with code analysis. It should actually tell you, like if I build this and it's going to take 20 seconds to build. See, that's weird. I thought there should be I thought there was a rule. Code analysis. Is there a setting? I said run code analysis, run for transport test. Code analysis, command line application, no. Said no. Code metrics, no. Code cleanup, analyze, run, no. Configure code cleanup, no. No, I want perform editor feature analysis and external, no. Enable full solution analysis. Wait, what did I just do? There, okay. So this is the analysis for C#. Background analysis scope. If I said entire solution, well, it's open, so it should do this, right? Using directives, quick actions, outlining, fading, block structures. And the thing is, this is a, but no, that's, I know if I had this in open document, hold on. If I come back over here and I go to Transpire, Microsoft Code Analysis, that's the code analysis analyzers. Okay. Oh, am I being stupid? So, okay. That's why. I think if I go look at, let's go open on repos. Let's go to rocks and source and rocks itself. And let's actually go with the CSproj file. Yes, I do bring these in. And the reason why I bring these in is because the project is .NET Standard 2.0 and it doesn't automatically turn those on. But then isn't there a way to say in the project file itself to include NetAnalyzers or something like that? Hold on. Now I'm getting like CSproj include .NET analyzers. I thought there was some setting how to enable the Macula. I don't know who you are or what you're going to do to my computer. If you have the .NET 5 SDK installed, you can enable the build of CLS project files. And that was core app 3.1. Okay. I had to set the analysis level. CSS project files, the project properties, positioning to work, explicitly putting the setting in the primary work. You can install the NuGet package. Okay, so okay, let's try this. So this is not the props file, but we want to come in here. And let's just plop these in. Okay. Now if I come over to the test, which is where I threw this code, let's see if it actually does what I want it to do. I'm gonna eventually explain what my complaint was, and then we'll see if this actually. Well, no, this isn't the tests. This isn't actually in the trend. This isn't .NET 5, which it should automatically be in. It should automatically be running. So if you have. Isn't targeting, yeah. So, editor config file, blah, 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 configure rule severity. I know I've looked at this before. I didn't think you had to set this. I thought they just came on for the ride. You didn't have to actually. Well, that's interesting now. Oh, wait a minute. No, Okay, well, we're actually finding things coming up, which is interesting. And in externally visible accounts, it's telling me to do a whole bunch of things. But that's, okay, well, you know what? If you're going to be this much of a person, let's just come to one of these. And let's just put in here so hopefully it actually shows me what I'm getting at. that's kind of disconcerting because I thought all of these should actually be, yes, there we go. CA 1012 abstract type thing should not have public constructors. Okay. Now we're going to, oh, it comes right to the thing. That's good. Okay. This is constructors and abstract type. You can probably read all this. So since you can't create an instance of an abstract type, the constructor should not be public. Okay. Arguably it shouldn't be internal either, but it definitely shouldn't be public. And that's why it says by default, it just looks at the, what am I trying to say here? It only looks at public types. So do not suppress a warning from this rule. The abstract type has a public constructor. Does it say here what it is by default? I thought it did. Rule ID, category, design, fixes breaking, not breaking. I thought they actually told you if this was, or is it up here because rule reference? Yeah, that's great, but I thought it told you like what level it was at. That's kind of sad though, because it doesn't actually run for the test project. And I thought you didn't have to say this. Enable .NetAnalyzers. Like if I come to transpire here and I say transpire, you know what though? Well, no, because again, if it's a .NET 5 project, I didn't think you had to say that. So if I come here and I say C#, NetAnalyzers. So analysis is enabled by default for projects that target .NET 5 or later. So, that meme. So, yeah. So I'm like, why wouldn't that kick in then for that? That seems kind of odd that it wasn't kicking in for the test project when I had that class in the test project. So it was by target. Yeah. And that's what I did for that one, but not. Yeah, that's true. Okay, fine. Default value for analysis level is always latest, which I don't remember what that other. So that's apparently that. I get that I need this. Enable and then analysis mode is all enabled by default. Now maybe the analysis mode, did they talk about that? Analysis mode. The default mode where a handful of rules are enabled as warnings. Others are enabled only as various. All rules. Well, you know what, baby? We're going to crank this up to 10 or 11. We're going to say analysis mode, all disabled. But no, wait. All rules are enabled as build warnings. You can select the opt out of individual rules to disable them. All rules are disabled by default. Opt into, no. So handful of rules are enabled as warnings. So find defaults and see whether or not the rules enabled. See the full list of. I have gone completely off the rails and just. What is this one? This is 1012. It's disabled, but that's why. We want them all enabled. And does it yes, it does. Okay. Now let's have some fun. Well, I can't yet because now I got errors in the I've just really outdid myself, haven't I? If you want to call it outdoing myself. At least I showed you this is the thing I got hung up on, which is you shouldn't do this. But it's only a warning. Unless you have it as an error, it's not going to stop. So somebody could still do this. So you really, really shouldn't. But again, it's possible, so I should be looking for that. But we have some problems now. Now, if I build again, I got some things to go check out here, which is mark assemblies with CLS compliant. No, I'm not going to do that. You can go. Why is it picking up scenarios? That's not even in the. Oh, it is. Yeah, it is. Okay, Yep. That's right. I put it in here because then I can put in new ones and then just it shows up there. I am so smart and, you know, humble too. So come on. I want to say here set severity. None. What? Of course, you will get a eFail from a COM component when you do this because reasons. That's why. So I want to say somewhere in here in unit analyzers, I just want to say let's just put this one in here. What is it again? It's CA1014. And then it's mark assemblies with CLS Compliance. Let's just pin this for a second because I'm probably going to want this up, except not that far. So we're just going to say, I know I could copy it, mark assemblies with CLS Compliant. I am not doing that. Okay, use properties where important. You know what? In this project, I'm going to do analysis mode where we are going to disable because I really don't want to deal with all disable by default. Okay, because we really don't care about the scenarios project. Let me close some of these things here. Because it's meant to kind of check when you do things right and wrong. So the fact that it has issues or not, we really don't care about. Okay, so internally visible method. Validate blah, blah, blah. So this is where, yes, you're right, because it's not, it doesn't have a nullable, like if I come here and I go to diagnostic analyzer, is it actually attributed with... No, it's not. It doesn't have that on there. So it's basically saying it's always going to have a, well, no, it's saying I expect you to not give me. That's the difference with nullable annotations. They're basically saying I expect you to not give me a null. But that doesn't mean that it strictly forbids it. You still have to be defensive and say, hey, give me a null check. Now, you're going to do it like that, which makes sense. There you go. Okay, so now that goes away. Context is null, throw in the argument null exception. Okay, so let's kind of come back up to here. And we're going to do the same thing. Loading suggestions. And I'm going to copy and paste this code because, oh my God, are you serious? Like, it spins there. It doesn't realize what it did before. Okay, so is that the one? Let's put one there. How about here? I'm glad I caught this though, because this is something that, you know, I'm actually doing a talk in a couple weeks in VS Live Orlando. And, you know, I want to make sure that I got my head around a lot of this stuff. And so this is a good thing to keep in mind is if you are building projects, they're still targeting .NET Standard. You have to set these things or not. You know, oh, you don't know what that is. Well, you do now. Nope, you know what? Just do that. Come on. Using system. Thank you. God, does it get slow when I record? It really crawls. So let's put this there. And you don't know what that is, but you do now. Okay, so did I make field row only? Oh, really? Oh, well, I kind of like that. That's actually true. Make field read only because I never change it afterwards. This is one that I actually want to say, this is an error. You know, I want to make this read only. So those are in that and we don't care. So let's build again and see what happens. And you still got some problems because we missed one. Okay, that's fine. And you don't know what that is. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's in .NET 6, where there's like an argument null exception dot throw if null. And you can do it all in one line, and it's going to capture the name of it and all the good stuff. But that does not exist here. So, yeah. Okay. Now what are you going to do? You're going to build everything this time? I told you. I told you that we are ignoring mark assemblies with CLS. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's a, yeah, that's this. That's a .NET 4.7.2, which, you know, you got that going for you. We'll come back to that one. Oh, what are you going to do here? This has turned into a code analysis and not actually writing the analyzer to do the other analysis for DispatchProxy. So, you know, I got that going for me. The behavior of toString, yeah, blah, blah. Can you actually fix that? Yeah, suppress issue. No. You don't have a code fix for that? iFormat provider. There's like a, crap. I forgot how you, they should have a code fix for this. Are you actually going to go off? Yes, you are. Okay. Specify app performer, blah, 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 blah. Culture info, current culture. Yes. Because this is one I always debate that I should really, you know, do I care about or not? Not to say I don't care about culture. I'm saying, oh my God. Thank you. Yes. You're not going to know what that is. Of course, if I ran this in a different culture, would it? No, because we don't use any formatable strings or with our, and this is just painful doing it while I'm recording. Yeah, you don't know, and yeah, you don't know. So, are you, oh my God, it's like ridiculously. How many of these? Oh, these are all, wow. Okay. What is going on here with this? Consider calling ConfigureAwait on the awaited task. You know, I think I'm going to have to stop the episode and fix the rest of these off camera because this is getting like annoying. So the thing here with the one ConfigureAwait, I had just watched something recently that said the whole ConfigureAwait thing is actually becoming less of a need these days, but I can't remember where I saw that. Let me look this up real quick because I thought there was actually somewhere. No, I'm not going to sing. I will not sing. So C# configure await. Like, this is, yeah, but this is 2 years ago. There was something that it was real recent, and I can't remember where I saw this, but it was, I think it was actually, I don't want to say it was from David Fowler because that's somebody I would like really listen to. But I thought that ConfigureAwait for like newer code, the rule to, or the suggestion, the strong suggestion to always say ConfigureAwait is like, yeah, ConfigureAwait false. But that doesn't really matter that much anymore. So I'm going to look that up off camera, and I'm going to stop here and then make any more fixes. And then in the next episode, we will actually get into the analyzer and solve it once and for all. But hey, this has been kind of a fun side adventure, side quest. So thank you all for watching. Leave comments and questions below. See you in the next episode.